Happy Friday.
That's right.
Yeah, another Friday and another month.
We made it, yeah.
Yeah. Month of May. Year's almost halfway through.
Almost.
Crazy. May the 4th be with you tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It might. It might be with me.
Yeah. Oh. So what's going on, Jen?
We're good.
We're good? False alarm?
Yeah, just had to.
A little bit of a pop-up on the screen. Wasn't
OBS.
a scam pop-up, though.
No.
They're just OBS going, hey, wait a second, there's two of me open. Please close one of me. We use OBS, or Open Broadcasting System, for our live streams. It's a free app. It's pretty good. That's pretty much the standard. I mean, there are some derivatives of it, but we like our OBS. It's nice, easy platform once you get your head wrapped around it, right, Keith?
That's right.
It took us a good long time to get our head wrapped around it, though, at first. So Keith, what have we got going on this week?
Well, I think it's all about passwords.
Yes.
We got to talk about passkeys, kind of a new feature that's coming out on a lot of devices. And I think yesterday was World Password Day. So
Yeah, we're debating who comes up with what day is what
we'll
for the world.
be celebrating that one.
That's right.
And then
You'll celebrate with us, I hope.
yeah, and you know, in honor of all these passwords, we actually have a password video we're going to share with you.
Yeah. Jennifer just finished it, just before the show. Jennifer is actually starting to get pretty good at this editing thing. And Jen, tell us a little bit about what's going on with DaVinci Resolve. I think you're a little excited about that, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. They're going to start doing AI with it. So that'll help make the videos easier.
Well, and a lot of it had to do with audio, which we all struggle with in video, right?
Yep.
And so we're pretty excited about that. We'll probably end up playing, because I just double looked to check to see that it was actually the version 19 is out. And so I know what I'll be doing when I get home. I'll be downloading it from a laptop. And Jennifer will be probably doing the last 2 or 3 videos on 18 before next week. We'll probably get on to version 19.
There we go.
So hopefully it'll up our game. And then we're going to do a business spotlight that we've had in our chamber for a while with Linda over at the Hub. Tara loves the Hub. She likes their drinks, and I've been there. It's not too bad. And then you had a new discovery this week, Keith. You had a call this morning.
Yeah, just another different looking scam pop up. These, we've had a few varieties of these coming in the past few weeks, and we just want to share them with people so that way they know what to look for, because they look very close to what something would look like on your computer, but they're just a little bit off.
Yep. And we kind of had to hold the show off for a few minutes because we just had another customer. I mean, this is 3 that you had? 2 you were able to prevent because they were already on the residential protection plan. And then we had somebody who just walked in the door and went, yeah, I let somebody on. And then I kind of clued in, to what the problem was when he started asking me for money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a pretty common occurrence. And I guess with that, we'll kind of just pop into our weekly promo. I messed with the buttons on Jennifer, can you tell?
You want the RPP ad?
Yes.
The Residential Protection Plan by HonorBound IT is the best support and service for home computer users. You get top-notch antivirus, backup, and remote support. Plus, if you need in-store service, it's free. Visit us at 109 Norris Avenue, McCook, or call 877-686-6642. Your digital peace of mind starts here.
So yeah, if you want to save yourself a headache, sign up for RPP. It's got everything that you need. All the stuff people really don't want to do for themselves, it just automates it. And hey, if you got a problem, you can call somebody you know, somebody you walk up to their door, shake their hand, beat them up if you need to.
Yeah.
We've never had anybody beat us up though.
Not for a while.
No. Not since grade school.
No.
Anywho, yeah, World Password Day. That was just yesterday. And so in honor of World Password Day, we are going to premiere a little training video. This is one of a series that we're working on, and we hope that you enjoy it.
Today's cyber tip is about passwords and multi-factor authentication, also known as MFA or 2FA for short. Passwords are important for keeping your online accounts safe, but not all of them are equal. Think of your password like a strong lock on a door. It helps keep unwanted visitors out of your accounts. The stronger the password, the stronger the lock. Simple passwords can be hacked by bad actors instantly. So, what does a strong password look like? We recommend a password that has a minimum of 12 characters. It should also include at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one number, and a symbol. Here's an infographic from Hive Systems, link in the description. According to Hive, if you use this guideline we've just given you, with current technology, it would take around 226 years to crack your password. It is also best practice not to reuse passwords. Write them down on scraps of paper, stick them to your monitor, or copy them onto a spreadsheet. But this adds another problem. How do you remember all your unique passwords? That's where having a password manager comes in. There are low-cost services such as Keeper, Aura, or Passportal, just to name a few. These services allow you to access all of your passwords using one strong master password. They store your passwords in an encrypted form so it's scrambled. Have trouble coming up with passwords? Password managers can solve that problem too. Most of them have an auto-generate feature that will make strong passwords for you, giving you a password so secure even you don't know them. But you have access to them when you need them. Now, you might be awesome at keeping your passwords a secret, but sometimes they get leaked by others. Every week we see a breach in the news cycle. What to do? Multi-factor authentication, or MFA, adds an extra layer of security by asking for more than just a password. It can be a code sent to your phone or email, or a biometric method like a fingerprint. So even if someone figures out your password, they still can't provide it without the extra code or biometric data that only you can provide. Using strong passwords and turning on MFA is like putting a strong lock and an alarm system on your digital stuff, making it way harder for the bad guys to get in. Password hygiene is super important. If you haven't taken care of this, please put it at the top of your to-do list today.
So there you go. There's our video in honor of World Password Day, which we all celebrated.
Yeah, I had cake and ice cream, and
That's right.
I think we had some party hats. And,
Invited all the family over.
yeah,
The dog and the cat chimed in, and
yeah, I think the banks were closed.
yeah, because how many of us really like passwords?
That's a good question. I'm sure somebody out there does.
There's not very many.
Well, it might be their job to
Well,
come up with all these password, characteristics. Oh, your password needs to have uppercase letter, lowercase letter, number, symbol. You need to it has to be this many characters. They just keep adding on.
that sounds like an awful job to me.
Well, sure, they got paid a lot of money.
Yeah, we got one of our clients. He's in the trucking business, and every time I see him, God bless him, I love him to pieces. And he goes, "Have you done away with passwords yet?" It's like, man, he just hates them. So there is some good news on the horizon. We were actually messing around with a little bit. I've got it on my computer for a few sites because it's not supported everywhere, but it's a little thing called passkeys, and it works a little bit differently. It's not human readable. You don't need to know it. It's kind of like it talks between your computer and the website or whatever service that you're logging into. And then it combines that with a biometric or a little YubiKey, like a secure key that has a little certificate on it. In my case, I'm using facial recognition, but we all use passkeys a little bit on our phone too. So, like for instance, Microsoft Authenticator uses biometric data that we have on our phones, my little thumbprint. So I actually have triple authentication on my Microsoft accounts. I have like the key code and the biometric and the password. So yeah, you can go a little far with that, but hey, if I get breached, everybody gets breached. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, we kind of messed around with a few sites, and some of the sites said that they were supported, but we couldn't find where to do it. But it is password relief is coming soon. Until then, sticky notes are a very bad idea. Excel spreadsheets on your desktop that says all my information and passwords and bank account numbers. Very bad idea. We use Passportal, and that's what we give to our customers to use. But there are others. There's like Aura. There's Keeper. Do you know of any others? Bitwarden.
LastPass.
LastPass. Yeah, they were breached recently.
There are all kinds of
Yep.
password managers out there.
Yeah, you just have to remember one really good strong password, and for the rest of it, Keith, out of all the passwords that you have, how many do you actually know?
Well, I know quite a few of them, but I only need to know one. And the reason I know them is because I've typed them, several times and haven't had to change them because I've used two-factor authentication and I don't need to constantly enter my password. Usually I get a text message or, like you said, the Authenticator app on your phone will generate a code, or it'll tell me, type in this number and confirm it's me, or yes, I want to sign in. Yes, it's me, the Google one's always, if you ever signed in on a new Google device, the first time, it always wants to check to make sure this is who you are. And so you have to get your old Google device to make sure you can still click, yes, I'm signing in. Then you can get onto your new device.
It's a sad day if that old device is dead.
Yeah, there's a few more steps involved.
Yeah, a few more steps. And with Microsoft, it might even take you 30 days if you type the wrong stuff in multiple times. But when was the last time you ever had to really come up with a password even? Since you had a password manager.
Very rarely.
Yeah, and none of those, I mean, we just have a generator, right? And we say 12 characters minimum. That gives you a 224-year buffer, at least for now. And yeah. You don't know those passwords. You just have the software just fill it in. It's the best thing ever. If you're on the IT toolkit, you get that included. And it's a really nice little perk. Yep. And Jennifer uses it. I use it. Yep. Keith uses it. Tara uses it most of the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the password story of the day. How about we do our little business spotlight with our friends from the Hub?
Hi guys, I'm Keith here, and we have Linda, owner of the Hub. And the Hub has been in McCook for a while now, and it's been a really nice place to have in the community. And Linda's going to just tell us a little bit about how the Hub got here and what it means to her to have a business in McCook.
Okay, so we originally started doing Herbalife back in Oklahoma City about 10 years ago. There was a nutrition club that was opening up next door to my job. I was working out of that clinic, and they came over and sampled us some teas, some shakes, fell in love with the products and how they made me feel. So I started working in the club, around my job part-time. Fell in love with the community and helping people, so I went full-time, and then eventually Josh was able to go full-time as well. And then our goal was eventually we wanted to move back here to Nebraska, because we wanted to bring it back to our friends and family and impact our local community that we grew up in. So So eventually we were able to do that. We've been here, I think, 4 years now. We've made a huge impact. We've helped, I think like 3 or 4 people, lose 100 pounds. So that's been really awesome to watch, and then just seeing all the lives change that we've done. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's amazing. People can come into your business and you can see the results of what you're offering. 100 pounds, that
Yeah.
is amazing.
It's awesome.
And we do know a lot of people because we heard from the cook. But Oklahoma City, tell us how that got started. And, back when the people had sampled you the teas and everything, and then just like, what was it about those teas that just like, I got to do this?
So my first experience was they sampled us some teas. I had no idea what Herbalife was or anything. The guy just walked in and just dumped some powder in a bottle of water and told us to drink it. I had tons of energy, and back then I was tired all the time and had no energy. But that night I got home and I hadn't told Josh what we had been drinking, and he noticed a huge difference in me and my energy. And he's like, "What did you do today?" And so I told him, and he said it wasn't a very bright idea to take something from somebody I didn't know. But luckily it was a legit business that was opening up next door. Texting all my coworkers, and they felt all the tons energy that they were getting from it. And so then I just fell in love with the community. It's a very positive, supportive community. We lived in Oklahoma City because my husband got out of the military, so that's where we decided to move to. Never thought I'd end up back in Nebraska, but things change. Wanted our son to grow up where we grew up, in a smaller community rather than a big, city like Oklahoma City. So we wanted to move back and come here.
Yeah, definitely glad to have you back. So the teas and the shakes, why don't you give us a little idea and some insight about the menu and what's popular, what do people like, just some of those things.
So our most popular is the loaded tea because, 90% of people, they lack energy. They're always wanting something to get them through the day. We have also caffeine-free drinks if you're someone that doesn't need caffeine. But we have anywhere from 0 milligrams of caffeine to 200 milligrams of caffeine. So it's kind of whatever you're looking for. We can add hydration to it, collagen to it for your hair, skin, and nails. Our shakes are meal replacement shakes. They have 24 grams of protein in it, but they don't taste like protein shakes. They taste like ice cream. They're really good. We have 24 different flavors. Each month we have a special of 4 different ones that we serve just for that month. And our teas are the same way. We have 4 different teas that we'll serve, just for that month. We also have iced coffees that have 85 milligrams of caffeine in them. They also have 15 grams of protein in them. So that's pretty cool because a lot of people have a hard time just getting protein in throughout the day. Carbs always seems to be the easiest to get in, but proteins always seems to be the hardest. So we have that. We have even protein bars. We started doing cake pops, so that's been really big. We do a new flavor each week. This week is a coffee cake pop. So
the menu's really changed since you first started.
Yeah.
That's good to have a little bit of variety and different things here and there. So I sit at a desk for probably 7-8 hours a day. What shake should I be drinking?
Any of them.
Any of them. All right.
They're all awesome. So we also do, a lot of people don't know, is people think, they just come here and just get a shake and tea, which you're more than welcome to do that as well. But we also do weight loss challenges. And in the weight loss challenge, we actually sit down with you. We have a scale that tells us your body fat percentage, your muscle mass, and lets us know about how many calories you need to be eating a day. So we give you a meal plan based off of your own numbers. And it's basic as 2 shakes a day, 2 snacks and dinners. Because a lot of people think, they just drink shakes all day long. We do eat food. We're eating a lot of meals throughout the day. So we just teach people not to eliminate certain things. We teach them how to balance. So it's a really easy meal plan.
Shakes and professional advice from Linda at the Hub. Thank you, Linda.
So, you're welcome.
Well, thanks, Keith and Linda. Appreciate that you did our business spotlight. It was a while back, but we finally got it out. And I think it's a prime example of how we should be helping each other out as small business people, talking about each other and trying to get each other's stories out, particularly in a small town. Not a lot of people know, even we've been here 25 years and we still get the occasional person goes, I didn't know you were here. So to help one another out, that's a good deal. And honestly, that shows a lot of improvement on Jennifer's part for the editing too. And a fine example of how that new DaVinci 19 is going to help with the audio because it's going to help remove that room echo through AI. Yeah.
Fancy stuff.
Yeah, that room. Well, I mean, we fought with that here in the studio too, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And we tried everything. We stunk the place up a couple of times trying to fix, with our fancy homemade soundboards made out of insulation and fabric and spray glue. Were you thinking straight that day after that?
Yeah, I was fine. It was nothing. I have a tolerance to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, not me. But yeah, exciting stuff. Happy days. And so, we really didn't have a lot other stuff go on this week. But Keith, you need to share this screenshot that you took today.
Yeah, we every week we get phone calls or people coming into the store with these pop-up scams on their computer. And most of the time they look like, you can still see the website behind you and everything like that. This one's a little bit different because it actually shows you in the, what this is called is the recovery environment. So if your computer ever boots up wrong or something like that, you can see in the background there, it looks like it's blue and it's got some different options there that you can choose from to do different things to your computer when there's having a problem. But that's in the background. But then obviously in the foreground, the dead giveaway that it's the scam is there's the Microsoft phone number. Now, Microsoft doesn't advertise their phone number, so that's how we know it's a dead giveaway. But you can see that these guys are evolving and they're trying different things to make it look like it's actually Windows. Last week we had the one where it was the Windows Security Center. And the weird thing about that one was they actually had the security icon on the taskbar. So they actually came pretty close to making you think that it was actually a legitimate message. But obviously they put their phone number on there, and that's the dead giveaway right there. Microsoft doesn't want people calling them. They're busy with sales and development and other things. So they don't have time to, diddle around with these little home people that get these alerts. But these scammers are just trying to get you for, whatever they can. And usually they ask you for money. They ask you for access to your computer. You get access to your computer. Then they ask you for money. And there's nothing really wrong. They don't fix anything because nothing's broken.
Well, but sometimes they break stuff too.
Well, they can, yes.
We've had a couple of times where, people actually got their stuff like broken and couldn't get their stuff back. Mm-hmm. Because you just couldn't get past anything. Yeah.
And there's ways to get around this. You have to use the task manager. Or you can shut off your computer, but sometimes it doesn't go away. These are all they are is infected websites that get hit. And because it happens so often that, usually the websites are pretty quick to fix it. Once we clear the message or you restart your computer, you can typically go back and things are working normally. But yeah, it's a real pain to deal with when it comes up. And if you've never seen it before and you don't know what to do, that's what we're here for. You can always give us a call at 308-345-6322 or toll free at 877-686-6642. Visit us on honorboundit.com or at 109 North Avenue in McCook, Nebraska.
Hey, all of the above. How about those road apples? And if you're on the RPP, the Residential Protection Plan, we get a lot of people that, they have a question with something that comes up. This just doesn't seem quite right. And they just call us. And it's real simple. Keith did it twice today, remoted into a person's computer, ended the task, and kind of showed them, what to look out for. And there's no judgment because, most of these people are like looking for legitimate things. They're looking for a recipe, perhaps, or a parts manual, or repair document, or something legitimate, or that maybe they even accidentally clicked on a nefarious Facebook ad, or even I've seen it on the MSN Discover page, where they try their best to vet their advertisers, but nobody's 100% perfect. In a big corporate environment like Facebook or MSN, they do their best, but they're not 100%, just like anything made by humans, subject to fail, right?
Yeah, that's right. And the other thing is people, and if they're local, if they're in McCook, they can, sometimes we've had people just drive up here with their laptop and show me the message, and that's fine. But what if you live 15 minutes away, 30 minutes away, an hour away?
You're from Imperial, there's half your day gone.
Yeah, if you're driving just to get that fixed, that's a good sign that you might want to consider the residential protection plan. So instead of driving an hour here to get something fixed and drive, that only takes just a couple of minutes to fix, and then having to drive back. We could save you that time with just a phone call and the remote support.
And we do have kind of a companion for small businesses, mostly the mom and pops, the 1, 2, 3 user company that doesn't have a lot of budget, but needs to protect themselves from the bad guys. Because they're after your bank account. That's what they're after. And so we have some kind of a companion product. So, very affordable. We wanted to make sure that anybody, that should be in business can afford, to be protected with your antivirus, your backup, remote support, and then you get a little bit more of a comprehensive firewall with your business plan called Security and Shoestring, because you need to have a better firewall because you're transmitting a lot of more financial data. And so if you're interested in that, just hop down. Yeah. We're happy to help you whatever way we can.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is firewalls, it could be expensive hardware and everything that comes along with that. Well, with the Security on a Shoestring, we use the software firewall that protects your computer. And like you said, for these smaller companies, it's exactly what they need. Now, if you're a larger company, you might need something bigger, and if you're just getting started out and need some IT help for your business, that's a good place to begin.
Well, and in the back end, there are the big firewalls, but it's a shared resources called a multi-tenant. So multiple businesses have their stuff segregated from each other and going through very, very sophisticated firewalling and security inspection, to make sure that you're safe and your stuff doesn't get into the wrong hands. Because the bad guys only have to be, we have to be right all the time. The bad guys only have to be right once. So I think that's enough of that. How about that?
Very good.
I think it's time for more happy. Let's put on our happy picture of the week. This is my kitty cat.
All right.
So we all know that the internet was made for cats, cat videos, fails, funny fails. Yeah. What else?
Stealing music from artists.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else.
But this is my cat. Her name's Claire, call her Claire Bear. And she's been a little out of sorts since that little Tida has come along. So I thought I'd give her a little bit of love, put her on the show for today. And she's about as soft and fluffy as she looks. You can't really see it in the background, but she is in a box because all cats love boxes. You can give them the most expensive toy. What do they want to play in? The box.
That's right.
Yeah.
Save those boxes.
Yep. Well, they get to play with them for a week and then they go out. All right. Well, I think it's time to dance our way out of here, isn't it?
Oh, it's time, huh?
It's time.
There we go.
Dance to the music that we can't hear.
We got some music playing, huh?
Because we're two wild and crazy guys.
Friday.
Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate that you came along. We'll be back next week. Hopefully we have some more interesting content for you. If you have anything that you're interested in having us go over, make sure that you put a comment down below, and we'd love to answer any questions that you might have. Have a good week. We'll see you again.